This is the playbook, the exact steps scammers use to steal millions. And by the end of this video, you'll know it better than they do. In the last video, I showed you the real AI scams stealing millions. The Cambodia WhatsApp groups, the $25 million deepfake, the voice clones draining bank accounts. But I didn't show you how they work. The psychology, the technology, the exact vulnerabilities they exploit. That changes now. Because OpenAI didn't just disrupt these operations, they documented everything. The conversations, the tactics, the patterns, and they published it. This is the scammer playbook, exposed, analyzed, broken down step by step. And once you understand how it works, once you see the patterns, you become nearly impossible to scam. So let me show you exactly how they do it. Every AI scam, whether it's investment fraud, romance scams, or impersonation, follows the same three-step pattern. OpenAI calls it ping, zing, sting. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Step 1. The ping. Cold outreach at massive scale. The scammers scatter content across the internet, text messages, emails, social media, DMS, WhatsApp, Telegram, anywhere they can reach you. And here's where AI changes everything. In the old days, a scammer could send maybe 100 messages a day, generic, copy-pasted, obviously spam. Now, with ChatGPT, they generate thousands of variations, each one slightly different, testing different approaches, different psychological triggers, different hooks. You've been selected for remote work. Exclusive investment opportunity for qualified individuals. I saw your profile and thought we had a lot in common. Your package couldn't be delivered. Click here. They're not just sending spam, they're running sophisticated marketing campaigns, /B testing, optimizing, learning what works. Remember the Cambodia operation from the last video? The one that texted the OpenAI investigator? They were running that same campaign across thousands of US phone numbers. Different job titles, different companies, TikTok, Amazon, Google, Apple, testing which brand name got the most responses. And the scary part, it's working, because they only need a tiny percentage to respond. Send 10,000 messages, get 50 responses. That's 50 potential victims. And AI makes 10,000 messages trivial. Step 2, the Zing. Create urgency or excitement. Once someone responds to the ping, the scammer shifts gears. Now it's about emotion, about hijacking your rational decision-making with either greed or fear. The greed approach. This investment opportunity closes in 24 hours. My other clients have made 50,000 in a week, but there are only 3 spots left. The fear approach. Your account has been compromised. We need to verify your identity immediately or your funds will be frozen. This is urgent. And here's what makes AI so effective at this. It can generate emotion perfectly. It knows exactly which words trigger excitement, which phrases create panic, which stories build trust. The WhatsApp investment group from last video. Pure emotional manipulation. You're watching other people make money. The expert is confident. The beginners are nervous but excited. Everyone's friendly, supportive. You feel like part of a community. It's completely fake. But your brain doesn't know that. Your brain sees social proof, sees opportunity, sees urgency, and it bypasses your rational defenses. The scammers call this warming up the mark, getting you emotionally invested before asking for money, and AI makes it happen faster than ever before. Step 3, the sting. Extract money or valuable information. This is where they actually take your money, but they don't just ask for it directly. That's amateur hour. They make it seem logical, necessary, even beneficial to you. The investment scam. Great news. Your initial $50 just became $75. Let's reinvest that and add another 200. I'm seeing incredible momentum in this sector. You're not losing money. You're investing, growing your wealth. It makes sense. The romance scam. I can't wait to meet you in person. I've already booked my flight. But there's a problem with my bank transferring funds internationally. Could you loan me $500 for the ticket? I'll pay you back when I arrive. You're not being scammed. You're helping someone you care about, someone who cares about you. The CEO scam. This acquisition is time sensitive. Legal is drawing up contracts now. I need that wire transfer processed today, or we lose the deal. You're the only one I trust with this. You're not being tricked. You're being trusted with an important responsibility. You're helping the company. See the pattern? They don't take. They make you give. They make it your idea, your decision, your choice. And once you've sent the money, once you've shared your information, they either disappear or move to phase 2. Phase 2. Get more. Because if you fell for it once, you'll fall for it again. The FBI says the average victim of these scams loses $73,000, not because they fell for one scam, because they fell for the same scam multiple times. Ping, zing, sting. It's that simple, and it works. Now let's talk about the technology that makes this possible, because understanding the tools is the first step to defending against them. Tool number 1, AI language models. ChatGPT, Claude. The free tools you use every day, scammers use them too. And OpenAI's report revealed something fascinating. Scammers are adapting, learning, getting smarter. For months, security researchers noticed that AI-generated content often included M dashes, those long dashes. It became a tell, a signal that content was AI-generated. So what did the scammers do? They started asking ChatGPT to remove the EM dashes from output, or they manually removed them before posting. Think about that. They're monitoring the security community, learning what gives them away, actively adapting to avoid detection. And it's not just M dashes. The report documents scammers asking AI to perfect grammar, match regional language variations, adjust tone, swap terminology. A Nigerian scam targeting Latin America? AI translates perfectly, adjusts for regional Spanish dialects, adds cultural references, makes it completely authentic. The old rule was, check the grammar to spot scams. That rule is dead. AI has perfect grammar in every language, with every regional variation. Tool number 2, deepfake technology. And this is where things get truly scary. Voice cloning now requires 3 seconds of audio. 3 seconds. A single sentence from a TikTok video. One voicemail message. That's all they need. They feed it into an AI voice cloner. Free tools. Available to anyone. And out comes a perfect replica of your voice saying anything they want. Grandma, I need bail money. Honey, I'm stuck at the airport. Wire me $500. This is your bank calling to verify suspicious activity. Same voice, perfect tone, correct accent, emotional inflection, indistinguishable from the real thing. And video? That $25 million Hong Kong scam used real-time deepfake video, multiple people on a call, all AI, all responsive, all convincing. The technology exists now, today, and it's getting cheaper every month, more accessible, more realistic. Within a year, maybe 2, anyone will be able to generate real-time deepfake video on a consumer laptop with free software. Your eyes can't be trusted anymore. Your ears can't be trusted. Video calls can't be trusted. Tool number 3, data scraping. This is how scammers personalize their attacks. They don't just find your email or phone number. They build a profile. Your LinkedIn tells them where you work, what you do, who you know. Your Facebook tells them about your family, your hobbies, your vacation spots. Your Instagram shows your lifestyle, your pets, your routine. And AI can process all of this instantly. Generate a complete psychological profile. Identify vulnerabilities. Craft the perfect approach. That's how the grandchild scam knows your dog's name, how the CEO scam references last quarter's project, how the romance scam shares your exact interests. Everything you post publicly is ammunition for scammers. and AI makes it trivial to weaponize. Tool number 4, automation at scale. This is the force multiplier. One scammer used to mean one victim at a time. Now, one scammer can run conversations with hundreds of victims simultaneously. AI handles the responses, maintains consistent personas across platforms, remembers every detail of every conversation, never gets tired, never makes mistakes, works 24/7. The Myanmar scam factory from last video. They were using ChatGPT to organize their entire operation. Schedules, assignments, internal communications, financial tracking. AI turned fraud into an industrial process. Efficient, scalable, profitable. And the ROI is insane. Send 10,000 messages for pennies, get 50 responses, convert 10 into victims, steal an average of 10,000 each. That's $100,000 from a few dollars of AI costs. The math is why they won't stop. So we've seen the psychology, we've seen the technology. Now let's talk about the vulnerabilities, the human weaknesses scammers exploit, because this is important. These scams don't work because people are stupid. They work because scammers exploit fundamental human psychology. Vulnerability 1. Trust in communication channels. For 100 years, we've been trained to trust certain things. A phone call means a real person. A video call means you can see who you're talking to. A familiar voice means someone you know. That training is now a liability. Voice can be cloned, video can be faked, phone numbers can be spoofed, but our brains haven't caught up. We still have that instinctive trust. When you hear your boss's voice, your brain automatically accepts it's them. When you see someone on video, your brain processes it as real. This isn't a conscious choice. It's automatic, subconscious, and scammers exploit it. The social contract of communication has been broken, but most people don't know it yet. Vulnerability 2. Social proof. Humans are social animals. We look to others to determine what's safe, what's normal, what's true. If everyone else is doing it, it must be okay. Remember that WhatsApp investment group. 6 or 7 people all discussing trading, all making money, all encouraging each other. Your brain sees that and thinks, multiple people are doing this. They're having success. This must be legitimate. But every single person was the scammer. The entire social proof was fabricated, generated by AI, orchestrated to manipulate you. And it works because we're wired to trust the crowd. Vulnerability 3. Time pressure. This opportunity closes in 24 hours. Your account will be frozen unless you act now. The ambulance is waiting. I need bail money immediately. Time pressure shuts down rational thinking. It triggers our fight or flight response. Our brain shifts from analytical mode to survival mode. And in survival mode, we make fast decisions. We don't verify, we don't double check, we don't consult others, we just act. Scammers know this. That's why urgency is always part of the playbook. They give you just enough time to make a bad decision, but not enough time to make a good one. Vulnerability 4. Isolation. The romance scams target lonely people. Build emotional connection over months. Create dependency. Then isolate. Don't tell your friends, they won't understand our connection. Your family will try to come between us. This investment is exclusive. Keep it private. Once you're isolated, once you're not talking to anyone else, there's no one to say, wait, this doesn't make sense. No second opinion, no reality check, just you and the scammer. And that's exactly how they want it. Vulnerability 5. Authority and expertise. We're trained from childhood to trust authority, to follow instructions from bosses, banks, government officials. It's necessary for society to function. But scammers impersonate authority, your CEO, your bank, the IRS, the police. And when authority speaks, we obey. That's how 25 million gets wired based on one video call, because the CEO said so. And you don't question the CEO. So now you understand the playbook, the psychology, the technology, the vulnerabilities. But there's one more critical thing you need to know. All the old rules about spotting scams, they don't work anymore. Old rule, scams have bad grammar and spelling mistakes. Dead. AI has perfect grammar in every language, with regional variations, cultural idioms, colloquialisms. That Nigerian prince email was easy to spot because it was poorly written. Now, the Nigerian scammer uses AI to write like a native English speaker, or Spanish, or Mandarin, or whatever you speak. Perfect grammar used to mean legitimate, now it means nothing. Old rule, check the phone number or email address. Useless. Phone numbers are spoofed trivially. Email addresses look legitimate. Display names can be anything. Your phone shows your bank as the caller. The email shows CEO John Smith as the sender, but both are fake, and there's no easy way to tell. Verifying contact info used to work. Now scammers control what you see. Old rule, if you can see them on video, it's real. Catastrophically wrong. Real-time deepfakes exist, right now, today. $25 million proves that video can't be trusted, and the technology is only getting better. Seeing used to be believing. Now seeing is just seeing pixels. Old rule, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The problem? AI makes scams sound completely legitimate, reasonable, market appropriate. They don't promise 10,000% returns anymore. They promise 8 to 12%, which is actually realistic for some investments. They don't guarantee anything. They share past results and client testimonials. All fake, but all believable. AI has made scams indistinguishable from legitimate opportunities. The old rules are dead, and we need new ones. So here's where we are. You now understand the scammer playbook. Ping, Zing, Sting. You know the technology. Language models, deepfakes, data scraping, automation. You know the vulnerabilities they exploit. Trust, social proof, time pressure, isolation, authority. And you know, the old rules don't work anymore. But here's the thing. Knowing how scams work is half the battle. Understanding the playbook means you can see it coming. Recognize the patterns. Spot the manipulation. When you get that urgent message, you'll think, they're using time pressure. That's vulnerability 3. This is the Zing phase. When you see social proof, you'll think, are these real people, or is this manufactured consensus? When authority tells you to do something, you'll pause and think, is this really them, or is this impersonation? But knowledge alone isn't enough. You need a system, a protocol, specific actions you can take to protect yourself. That's what the next video is for. The final part of this series, where I give you the exact protection playbook. The 5 questions that break any AI scam. The technical steps to secure yourself. What to do if you're targeted. How to protect vulnerable family members. Because understanding how scams work is powerful, but knowing how to stop them, that's when you become unscammable. Right now, share this video with someone who needs to understand this. Someone who thinks, it could never happen to me. Someone who doesn't know that voice can be cloned, video can be faked, and AI makes everything believable. Because the scammers have the playbook. They're using it right now. On your family, your friends, your colleagues. But now you have it too, and that changes everything. See you in the next video, where we finish this.